So let's flip over your cards and see what we have. We are starting with the Storm. Ooh, really intense energy right off the bat. We also have the Chariot. So doesn't surprise me that you have a major arcana here with this intense storm energy. Yeah, and we have, oh my goodness, we have the cosmic egg. So in this spirit animal deck, the cosmic egg is one of the spirit elements. So it's one of the more rare cards in the deck. So right off the bat, I'm feeling like there's something very unique about you. Your uniqueness and maybe your intensity is something that really attracts people. I feel like you might be somebody who's really deep, somebody who can hold an intellectual conversation. You interest people. You interest people with your story, with maybe the things that you find interesting, that you're passionate about, sharing them with other people. And I do feel like there's just kind of an intensity about you, like whatever that means. Maybe we will get more clues about that, but there's something intense about you. That could be your physical appearance is quite striking and intense. It could be your personality is very intense. The conversations that you have are very intense. It could be something like that. But you're coming through as a person who is extremely determined. I feel like you're a person that will not accept no as an answer. So you definitely don't back down easily. It's like you're not somebody that just sits down, just sits back and takes whatever is handed to you. You're the type of person that really tries to create your own destiny. You're someone who's constantly growing and evolving. I do kind of feel like for you, number two, that this might be kind of a situation where you've experienced some form of setbacks in life. It's being highlighted for me as like health struggles or some kind of like financial instability. Those are things that are coming to mind. It really can be any struggle, but I feel like this could have something to do with your background. Like this could be maybe you don't come from a lot of money, or you don't come from like the best circumstances. Like you have a little bit of an interesting story to tell. Almost like you've fought for this. Yeah, I think this is the best way to say it, to kind of like capture this energy. It feels like you have fought for and earned everything that you have and everything that you've accomplished. And that might be contributing to that intense energy that I'm picking up on, because there's something so determined, it's so crazy when this happens. It's like the only word I can think of is intense. And maybe that's just the right word. I don't know. But yeah, there's an intensity. There's something about you that people admire. I feel like the more they get to know you, the more they admire it. But almost like this determined nature of yours, and the way that you are very dead set on like achieving what you want. I wish I had better words right now. It feels like I don't have the right words, but what I'm trying to say is that people are able to pick up on the fact that you're not a weak person. They're able to pick up on the fact that that you will find a way. And so I think maybe the reason this is coming through like in this convoluted fashion is because this might be the difference between somebody who really knows you and knows your struggles and somebody who doesn't know you and know like your backstory and what has happened. So those of you that, or for those people in your life that know what you've been through, they admire you. They see your strength as like strength and courage that they couldn't possibly possess. And I feel like you might even be downplaying some of this. Like you might not have come from the worst situation in the world, but it's like, I feel like you haven't always felt like everything was lined up perfectly for you, is what I want to say. Like nothing was handed to you on a silver platter. And there's just a certain strength that you've developed and people are drawn to it. People can pick up on it. And I will tell you this too, people kind of know not to mess with you. They know that you're gonna find a way. like even if they try to get in your way to stop you from accomplishing something that you want or having something that you want, they know they're not gonna stop you. Yeah. I feel like any kind of like physical or mental hurdle that you've dealt with consistently and had to overcome, it's just made you stronger, and it's like it's made you more admirable. Yeah, things haven't been easy. Like I get that energy for a variety of reasons, but I just feel like things haven't been easy, and like there's a certain strength and intensity that you present just the second someone meets you. Your beauty really shines through all of these struggles. Gosh, what is this energy? I feel like this is the energy of someone who reinvents themselves, someone who always had so much potential. Like I'm seeing this with this cosmic egg, someone who always had so much potential, who always had so much drive, who was determined, and who still is. Like you might still be in the process of this, but it's like you're determined to become who it is that you were intended to be, despite whatever situations try to get in your way. And for whatever reason or however this manifests, it's something that people find extremely attractive about you. And I am picking up on that for some of you. There's actually physical evidence of this, and that might be why people are immediately drawn to this. It might be like how do I want to say? I feel it's coming through as visible scars. There might be visible scars. Take that as it resonates. Like it could be an actual scar on your body somewhere, or something like that. But it's like you have a story to tell, and it's just so apparent. See, I don't even want to go here, but I feel like I have to say this. I have to be honest about some of this energy that I'm like sifting through right now. A lot of people are envious of you, and I feel like that's part of like where I'm trying to like, because I'm picking up on why people are attracted to you. So I've got all this like lovey energy, you know, like I'm seeing why you light them up, like why they're so drawn to you. At the same time, there's this other little drop in the pond of love that is like not going to taint the entire pond, because that's not even your energy. Like that's kind of what's coming through. It's like no matter what someone tries to do, you are going to have like what you set out to have. You're determined to have it. But I do feel like people are envious of you. This might be one particular person in your life. Wow, I wonder. They're not anyone to worry about. What I'm seeing here is that you might not be aware that people are jealous of you, and you could be very aware of it if there's a particular person in your life that has shown you time and time again that they're a little bit envious and almost like they don't really want the best for you because they're so jealous of what that might mean. But what I'm telling you is, even if this is someone who seems to have way more advantages than you, or at least an equal number of advantages, they still find a way to be really jealous of what you have or your ability to progress in life. So it's sort of off topic, but I just feel like you possess this momentum that some people don't feel that they have. So it's like no matter what advantage they have, they kind of view you as a dark horse. Like you're that dark horse that's going to come out of nowhere and create massive, massive success against all odds. And this is the very same thing that most people are just purely attracted to you because of. But some of you have experienced people in your life that are jealous because of this. So it's actually the same thing is what I feel called to let you know, in case this is something that bothers you. This might be somebody that bothers you, or someone you have to work with, or it might even be a family member. It's like, if this bothers you, just know this is actually them admiring you. They just have a little bit of a different way of doing it. So this is, they're actually attracted to you the same way that other people are. They're drawn to you the same way. They notice the same things about you that other people notice, but they can't help but feel a little bit envious at how you are able to leap over the obstacles that life throws at you. That is a very interesting message that I didn't expect. I feel like it's important though, for some of you. Let's see. I feel like you're very secure in yourself. This is another thing that's very attractive about you. You have such a strong sense of who you are and what you're capable of doing, and people admire this. Your energy is a bit of a wild card. You're viewed as someone who is very intriguing because you can be a little bit unpredictable. Like this Storm card, like you never really know what you're gonna get. You never know, like yeah, you're a little bit of a wild card. I kind of want to like hold back a bit, see what comes through in the tarot, and see like if I can pin that energy down. But yeah, I feel like you shake things up, and so it's very it's a very attractive thing about you. I feel like if you go into like a scenario, this is how it's coming through. Like everybody's so square. Everyone's so predictable. Everyone's maybe a little bit boring, and you come into scenarios and you really shake things up. If it's maybe it's just your energy is a different kind of energy. It might be that you are kind of the life of the party, you like cracking jokes, or you can just make people laugh easily. But it's a highly attractive energy that I'm picking up on. There's something really unique about your vibe. And I feel like you bring this unique vibe to like any social scenario, and it doesn't even matter like how many people are there. I feel like even one-on-one, you have this uniqueness to your vibe, and you can really connect with people. What I'm picking up on is when you're not around, your absence is felt. The absence of that energy is felt. So I feel like you just have the ability to shake things up and to kind of break out of boring and rigid structures, because you aren't a person who limits yourself. You kind of see the infinite potential in every situation, which is, I think, how you approach your view to life. Like limitations arise, and you're like, how can I get around this? Like, what can I do in spite of this? Yeah, so it feels like a hopeful kind of energy that people want to be around. You make people feel hopeful. You make people actually feel very creative. Like you spark creativity in others. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling like you're that person that, like, let's say you have like a group of friends and everybody gets together and you weren't able to make it. It's like they know you don't go unnoticed. They're like, where's so and so? Like, oh, it would be so much more fun if they were here. And I feel like you might not even know that about yourself. Some of you might not realize that people actually, they miss your presence. I'm also seeing like in jobs that you may have left or something like that, like people miss you being there. There is really, reinvention keeps coming up. There's this feeling of this sense of reinvention that I feel like this goes beyond how you may have reinvented yourself over the years. It's also like you're a breath of fresh air. Like you reinvent, you kind of restructure, redirect the energy a lot of the time. So you can shift more negative energies into positive energies, and it's very, very attractive. This might even extend to your physical appearance to some of you. Like you might be someone who likes to change your appearance quite a bit, or you could be somebody who likes to dress like to suit your mood or your current energy. these are things that you might do very naturally, but it just speaks to your ability to kind of like sense the subtle energies. And this makes you a person that people are happy and excited to be around, who, you know, that they feel comfortable around, because it really creates a fun environment everywhere that you go. But yeah, I am getting that feeling like dressing to suit your mood. Like, I don't know, there's something about your energy where it's like people can kind of pick up on like what exactly is going on with you. Like if you're feeling particularly vibrant one day, like you will dress in a way where everyone will realize that that's the vibe for the day, and you kind of set the tone. It's highly attractive to be a person that really sets the tone like this. I feel like there is something very colorful about your appearance that people are attracted to. You might dress in a lot of color, but it might be that your personality is very colorful. I'm just getting that vibe from you. Some of you, I'm picking up on its tattoos. Like you might have very colorful tattoos or very detailed tattoos. That's something about your physical appearance that people are very drawn to, very attracted to. It really catches people's attention. It might be a conversation starter a lot of the time. And what's interesting is I feel like if there is something like this about you that makes people want to start a conversation with you, what makes them want to continue is like how deep you are, like how easily the conversation flows, how much information you have to offer, how interesting you are. So yeah, I feel like there's something that draws you in physically, or draws people to you physically, which really could be tattoos or your clothing or something like that. Or for those people that can sense energies, your energy is very colorful. It's very alive. You might be somebody that uses a lot of color, like in your hair. You might dye your hair a lot of colors, very interesting colors, bright colors, or like stripes of different colors, like, or you might be very bold with your makeup. Oh yeah, I was picking up on something about lipstick a little while ago, and now I'm feeling like this might have something to do with it for some of you. Like that your mouth is something that's really attractive to people, your lips in particular, the shape of your lips, the fullness, they might be like very plump, and it also could have something to do with a particular lip color that you wear for some of you. Like you like a very bold lip or something. There's something about your mouth that really attracts people. What's funny about that is this is sort of extending to, I feel like this isn't just the physical appearance of your mouth. I feel like for a lot of you, and like that's kind of the energy I was getting, this really extends to, this might sound a little odd, but this extends to what comes out of your mouth. So we were talking about that depth and like your ability to hold a conversation. You know what it is? It's like you're not really like a small talk kind of person. I feel like you'll do that to be polite, but you like to actually have real conversations and like connect with people, and this is highly attractive. So there's something that draws people in, and once they start talking to you, they don't want to stop. But there is something that's coming through about the lips. So something very beautiful about your mouth or your lips. It could be your smile, that you have a very beautiful smile. Very nice teeth for some of you. A smile that absolutely lights up the room. But I think that also just what comes out of your mouth is very thought-provoking. The things that you say are very thought-provoking. And for some of you, this is bringing to mind colorful. We're talking about this idea of colorful, like you being colorful in some way. This is bringing to mind that I think you might use a lot of colorful language, which means a couple of different things to me. It could be that your vocabulary is very robust, and it's very interesting to listen to you talk. I also feel like you might be a person who like swears a lot, or who has like a very spunky way of stringing together, where you might be like the master of like stringing together an insult or cracking a joke or something like that. But I feel like the things that you say are very attractive. Like sometimes people hear you, they overhear you. Oh, your voice. It's your voice. For some of you, it's your voice. I was just kind of like, yeah, I think you've attracted people just by the sound of your voice. I also think that sometimes people hear you say something very unexpected, very colorful, maybe using a lot of swear words or something that makes people kind of do a bit of a double take, think twice, like, whoa, did they really just say that? And I get the feeling that it's very funny. Like maybe you have a way of being really inappropriate or something at times, and it attracts people a lot. You'll just say it. It feels like you say the unexpected. That's probably more of the unpredictable energy that I was picking up on earlier. People don't always know what's going to come out of your mouth, and I think it's a lot of fun for those who get you. Like when they understand your sense of humor, or they understand that like you just like to curse like a sailor, like they think it's so funny. Yeah, so you're a combination of a very attractive face. I'm picking up on a lot of your attractiveness is in the face. So you're a combination of a very attractive face and a very sharp, quick tongue. It's like you always have a reply, or you always have a joke or a witty, sarcastic remark. You always have something to offer that's different than what people expect. So let's look at the tarot. I am specifically using this Muse tarot deck because I think we can get more indications about physical appearance with this deck. So we might pick up on some more clues about what about your physical appearance is really attractive. What really draws people in. That card came out fast. So we have the Two of Inspiration. That's the Two of Wands. So that's fiery energy. Like we were talking about, there's something fiery about you. There's something spunky about you, something unexpected. Another card just with your cards are coming out really, really fast. We were talking about you being quick-witted and always like having that reply ready. So I wonder if that's that energy, because your cards are just kind of flying out. So we have the Ace of Inspiration and the Five of Inspiration. So all of this is Wands energy. Whoa. I feel like you're the type of person that you're the type of person that, like, even if you're in a large group of people, there's something that's standing out about you even in a large group. Like you could be at a party and it's like you're noticed. Out of all the people there, you're noticed, and probably by more than one person. Queen of Inspiration. This card came out in reading 1. This is all fire energy. The Queen of Inspiration is the life of the party. She is a feisty, confident, self-assured person. Let's pull one more card. We have the Eight of Emotions. So 8 of Cups. Kind of a little bit of water to cool all this fire down, maybe. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Inspiration, so 10 of Wands energy. We were kind of talking about, and the Devil. We'll get to this. We were talking about potentially there being some kind of struggle that you faced. Just the fact that there's this determined nature about you, that there's something so strong about your personality, something so striking about you. It could be physically, it could be having to do with your story or some combination. But this 10 of Wands energy is reiterating that to me. This is about you overcoming, and underneath that, so this is something super attractive about you, everything you've overcome. This could be everything you've learned, all the ways you've grown. I feel like you're the type of person on like a first date, when you're just getting to know somebody, or if you're like messaging back and forth with somebody, you have such an interesting story to tell. You might even like, there might be something particularly interesting or different about your life. Like maybe you do something really interesting for work, really different, something like that. It's like you're very intriguing. And then we have this devil energy right underneath that. Very intriguing, this is the card of attraction. So for this to be at the bottom of the deck, and it's really telling me that your struggles, your hardships, some of the burdens that you have carried, endured, faced, this is what really attracts people to you. Page of Materials, Page of Pentacles underneath that. But yeah, that's confirmation on that. And you are someone who is highly attractive. If I combine that devil energy with this Queen of Inspiration energy, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like there's something very shocking and surprising about you. Like even just your physical appearance, there's something shocking and surprising, which is what's making me think that your features might be particularly striking. You might be someone who kind of stands out. Maybe you're like, maybe you're of a different ethnicity than most of the people around you, or you're from somewhere else, or something like that. But there's something that immediately jumps out at people that just makes you a little bit different. So from this, I'm seeing like you are certainly a visionary. There's no doubt about that. You have a vision for your life, and I feel like you've been put through and you've been through a lot of different versions of yourself, is kind of like how this is coming through. It feels like you are in the process of a lot of personal and physical, not physical, why did I say that? I meant to say spiritual, but I wanted to say a personal and physical change is what almost came out. So that could be something about like a change in your body. Like maybe you've like been really paying attention to your health, doing something like growing your hair out, or getting in shape, something like that. Working out a lot, something, I'm seeing something like that. Like it's weird how that came out. So yeah, there might be some way that you're transforming your appearance, or that you have transformed your appearance, and this is something now that's like highly attractive about you. I think it's something that gave you a lot of confidence. Switching something up about yourself. I feel like for a lot of you it has to do with hair, either like growing your hair out or cutting your hair really short, doing something interesting with your hair, and then also changes to your physical appearance in some way in your body. But I feel like you've been through a lot of different versions of yourself. Like you have played a lot of different roles, you have evolved, you've grown, you've changed, and you have this incredible story to tell, and it's so intriguing. This Five of Inspiration is really showing me that evolution, or showing me all of these different hats that you're capable of wearing, all of this different knowledge that you have. I feel like some of you may have been in a lot of different careers. You might have a lot of different experience, or traveled a lot or something. So you have a lot of stories to tell. You have a lot of information to share. You have a new perspective, an interesting perspective to share with those around you. Really interesting how that's coming through, because I don't know if I've ever read like Five of Wands energy like that. A lot of times, see, what I feel from that Five of Wands is like, because sometimes the Five of Wands can talk about like internal conflicts, and I feel like this is something that's attractive about you, that you don't have the internal conflicts or the hang-ups that most people do. I feel like this is because of your experience. Like you've kind of released the need to be conflicted about who you are, or about where you came from. Like you're starting to really step into your own. You're starting to own who you are and what your experience has been and what you have to offer, and it's so highly attractive. So yeah, I'm glad I picked this deck, because I feel like that this message here and just showing your growth and your evolution is super important, and a major reason that people find you so attractive. I'm noticing a lot of dark hair here. You might be someone that has dark hair, or that has dyed your hair dark. That's kind of the second thing that's come through around hair. So I feel like there's something interesting and attractive about you regarding your hair. Long hair, short hair, vibrantly colored hair, super deep dark hair, something very striking regarding your hair. Of course, we've got super strong fire energy coming through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like a lot. A lot of fire energy. It doesn't really surprise me given that powerful and determined energy that I was picking up on just from these first cards, especially that storm card. So that's just confirmation. Like, you're a force. You're definitely a force. This also tells me that you're extremely passionate about everything that you do, and that's highly attractive. And I feel like now that I'm seeing this, it's almost like, it almost feels like putting my finger on exactly what makes you attractive it isn't possible, because I think you attract a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. That might be why the energy feels like that to me. I feel like people who are attracted to you can't always pinpoint exactly what it is about you. They just sort of feel magnetically drawn to you. It's because it's almost like you get them from so many different angles. It's like, well, there might be something about your face or your hair or some interesting tattoo that you have that initially draws them in, and they might think that's why they're attracted to you. Then they start talking to you and they're like, oh wow, I like this person's voice. I like what they have to say. I like so many things. So they might not even initially realize, like, what is it? Because it's so many different things. There's so many facets of your personality that really draws people in. If you are familiar with the Queen of Wands energy, then you'll know that the Queen of Wands is very vibrant, very alive. The Queen of Wands is never that far from the spotlight. I feel like the Queen of Wands can't get out of the spotlight even if she tried. So you're someone who will attract people wherever you go. You will draw attention wherever you go. People like your upbeat and optimistic energy. It just comes through how courageous and determined you are. Like, somehow you're able to convey this, I feel like, without saying much. People just know and view you as someone who can make lemonade out of lemons. And not only can you do it, but it'll be the best darn lemonade they ever tasted. That's kind of like, that's the vibe I get. You can find the bright side of any situation, and you're also really good at easing tensions and diffusing conflict. So you might find yourself playing the role of the peacemaker a lot, like maybe even at work or like with your friends or something. Your creativity is something that really draws people in, and I think that you attract both people who are interested in you romantically and people who are drawn to you purely because you really inspire them. So I think for some of you, you might have like younger siblings or nieces and nephews or something like that. Younger people that really look up to you. I think children in general are probably really drawn to you because you're like that role model kind of person. You're like that, like the cool auntie or the cool uncle that like everybody wants to be when they grow up, you know? There's something really significant here too coming through about your neck. I'm noticing a lot of nice necks in the imagery here. So there's something about your neck. For some of you, the interesting tattoo might be on your neck. You might have a very long and slender neck, or I feel like if you're a more masculine energy, your neck might be like extremely built. You might lift weights or something, and like your neck is very thick and muscular, and this is something that's very attractive. But I am picking up on like this slender, elegant neck for a lot of you. I'm also hearing birthmark, so you might have a unique birthmark or something, and maybe around the face or the neck, because a lot of the imagery and the messages that come through for you are around this area, the face, the neck, also the head, like your intellectual abilities. So it's like a lot of what is attractive about you, both physically and energetically, is kind of in this upper area of your body, which is really interesting. For some of you, this is a particular person who has a crush on you that's like jumping into the middle of your reading. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is this rude? No. This is, I feel like, wow, like that's not what this reading is about, but your crush is coming through. Your crush is coming through talking about your neck. They're talking about fantasizing kissing you on the neck. So this is a particular person that has a particular affinity. Yeah, something about your neck. And maybe this is something they've already done. It's super weird, you guys. What is this? They're referencing a necklace. Crazy. I don't know what this is. Leave me a comment if you know who this person is and what they're talking about. Something with your neck, kissing your neck, or a necklace that they gave you, or you gave them, or something. I will just say that there is something in general, there's something that feels very otherworldly about you, and that is what makes you so attractive. So I think I will leave your reading there. Wow, so many messages came through. This is definitely, there's an intellectual component here with you. I feel like there's something so striking about your physical appearance right off the bat, and then there's a lot more to discover, and that's what is super attractive about you. It's like I do feel like for a lot of you, there's someone in particular that's coming through and saying you are absolutely gorgeous, and you're such an inspiration at the same time. So more than a pretty face, more than an attractive face. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And if you liked this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And I will hopefully see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.